Good morning, shooters. In honor of the Vet TV new show coming out about boot camp, I thought it would be appropriate to do part 3 of boot camp war stories with battle buddies. So when I went to boot camp in 2008, right after high school, my platoon 2127 took initial and final drill very seriously. For those of you who don't know, in Marine Corps boot camp, you learn how to drill and march, and you get graded and compete on this twice in boot camp. And it's taken depending on your platoon, it's taken very seriously. Ours took it so seriously that we got first place because we used to practice all the time in our squad base. We would move all the racks out of the way and we'd practice standing, and you'd have your rifle and they'd be like, port arms, and you'd practice doing port arms all at the same time. It was very cool, it was very impressive, but it required a lot of practice. And so drill instructors used to have us stand in formation and come up and check our weapons and see how clean they were and ask us trivia about military information, like what's the caliber of the weapons that we're using, or what is your second general order, things of that nature. And so we had one kill hat drill instructor. His name was Staff Sergeant Livingston. He was from Florida, and he looked like Elmer Fudd, and he was a short tea sandwich of a man, and he was a monster. He was an absolute monster. And he went up to one of our recruits who was one of the overweight recruits, which in Marine Corps boot camp, if you don't know, they are literally called fat bodies. Not my words, the words of the Marine Corps. And so he goes up to a overweight recruit and he's asking him questions, and he finally looks at the weapon, and he looks back up at him, and he looks down at the weapon, and he looks back down at him, and he's kind of sizing him up, and he says, "What's the number 4 on the McDonald's menu?" And me and my buddies had to stand there at attention and try not to laugh. And that's what boot camp is filled with. It is the most hilarious place that you are not allowed to laugh at, and you get really good at not laughing. Anyway, thank you for listening or watching or whatever you did. We appreciate you. If you want to see the other boot camp war stories, scroll through our content on Instagram. We have a bunch of silly videos. Appreciate you. Listen to our podcast. Bonsai.